Okay, so I'm going to spend the next few minutes just talking about my progress training for this triathlon. Want to tell you about how I'm doing, what I'm doing at the moment. Want to talk about my open water swimming experience, which was just, well, I'll get to that. Also want to talk about intermittent fasting, which is something I've just started doing in the last 2 weeks. I want to share some of that with you and my experience of that. And then as part of the triathlon that we're actually doing, it's going to be broadcast on TV, and there's an upcoming broadcast as well at the end of July. And then I want to say a big thank you to the donators. So let me quickly go into essentially what we're doing about the progress. So on a daily basis right now, I'm running full race distance. I'm cycling 1 hour consistently, and I'm also rowing 750 counts essentially in part of a rowing machine. So that's taking me all in all around about 3 hours worth of training. When I'm doing the running, I'm doing it with Sebastian around the area in which we live in. So yeah, it's quite challenging at the moment. It's about 2.5, 3 hours worth of training. Running with Sebastian was really hard on its own at first. Then I started to plug together all of the rowing to simulate the swimming, because I can't do swimming every day. And then the cycling, and then the running. So essentially I've kind of plugged it all together, and now just using this energy now as part of my training. So overall progress is really good. The transition between, the rowing, the cycling, and the running, dead easy now. It's not dead easy now, but it is easier now than it was at the beginning. I'm not struggling quite so much. But the key part now is getting used to the open water swimming part now. Went down last Thursday evening to do open water swimming. Arrived there, got a swimsuit, said to the people, look, I need a swimsuit. I'm going to be doing some open water swimming here at Salford Quays. This should be cool. And it wasn't as cool as I thought it was going to be at all. It didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. In fact, it was a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. Nothing to do with the fact that it was cold water at all. That was not my concern. It was all to do with the swimsuit. Just no. Trying to put it on, I was a bit like an octopus in chainmail, just couldn't get it on. I had a couple of big hefty blokes sticking their knee in my back trying to zip this thing up, and just didn't go well at all. Got in the water, and I don't know what it was, whether it was the temperature of the water or the swimsuit, but it just felt like the whole swimsuit contracted around me. Just struggled to breathe. Wasn't particularly bothered about the temperature of the water at any point in time. But I went into what I would probably openly say was a bit of a panic mode. I'm like, what the fucking hell's going on here? This isn't right. And I was struggling to breathe. I thought I was going to pass out, and that's before I even started doing lengths in the basin. Essentially, just didn't go well at all. Stayed in for about half an hour doing lengths up and down, but Jesus Christ, it was fucking hard work. And yeah, I just don't know how I'm going to do this come race day. I've only got a particular number of days available to me now, because we're 4 weeks away from the actual event. I've only got so many available windows of opportunity to do this. I've still not put Seb in the boat yet. I've not pulled the boat yet. I've not done anything with that. Just me in the fucking water was a nightmare. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I just need to go at it hard, I suppose, and just get over it. And train hard on this. The venue was okay, I suppose. I was hoping for a bit more help from them guys, but it was just a case of there's the water, off you go, which is probably the best mindset anyway. What more do I really want, I suppose, is the question. So to tie into that as well, over the last 2 weeks, I've been doing something called intermittent fasting, which I started off the first week doing what you call a 16-8. So 16 hours fasting, and then I have an 8-hour eating window. Moderate success with that. I lost a bit of weight, and then a weekend arrived, and then I put a little bit of weight back on. So now for the last week I've been doing what they call a 24, so it's a 20-hour starve window, fast window. and then a 4-hour window for eating. So my 16 and 8 was essentially from 10 o'clock at night right the way through till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Eat nothing. I only drink water, nothing with sugar, nothing that's going to trigger an insulin release. And then at 2 o'clock, start eating all the way through to my window of 10 o'clock. That was fine, totally comfortable with that. I did feel I could push it a bit further, but I just wanted to stay within that. As I say, I got round to last week and then it just kind of went a bit topsy-turvy. So this last week I've been working on a 20-hour fast with a 4-hour eating window. So my eating window has been 6 p.m. at night through to 10 o'clock in the evening. I've not been having any trouble with it whatsoever, and in fact all through this weekend as well. I've just kind of set my mind to it, visit my window, sticking to it, and I've done it. So intermittent fasting wise, what have the results been? Well, you might remember about 3 or 4 weeks ago I told you the scales we got were broken. We were gone from analog scales to digital scales. So I was about 14.5. I'm now at 13.5. So within that 3-4 week window I've lost a stone, which is really, really, really good, and predominantly most of it is as a result of this fasting. Now what I tend to do is once I've done my 3 hours worth of exercise, there's still at least a couple of hours for me to actually lose the, have my body basically eating itself before I eat as well. So if you're going to do it, make sure that you do your exercise within your fasting window with still some part of your window remaining, so that your body's consuming from all the right places and not just from the calorific stuff that you're eating. So yeah, I'm finding it fine with the fasting. I would probably advise people just to give it a go. It is challenging. It's all about mental agility, I suppose, and getting over those hurdles. So bear with me on that one. TV coverage for the event. Channel 4 will be filming the event in August. And probably find it broadcast after 10 o'clock on Channel 4 on the Saturday evening. So that's Saturday the 19th of August, Channel 4. It'll be highlights from all of the events, and I think we probably stand a good chance of seeing me and Seb taking all day to swim around the basin at Dorney Lake. Also, the tail end of this week, you'll find that there's an article, I think it's on BBC Radio 4 at about 11:30 at night, where you'll hear Sophie Warner talking about the triathlon itself. And I suppose this is a really good point for me now, just to say thank you to all of the people that since the last video have donated. This is in no way an exhaustive list, and I'm just going to pick off from where I didn't think I called out from last week. So if your name's on the list, this is a genuine thank you to you. It really is. The donations, every last one has like blown me away. So Rick Norgate, thank you very much, mate. A very generous donation. I really do appreciate it, and it's fantastic. Thank you very much. Silos from my Armour 3 clan, thank you very much, mate. Claire and Jav, thanks, guys. Man United till we die, guys. Becky Morris and family, thank you very much. Chris, thank you, guys. Mr. Makinson, about time, mate. Thank you very much, but love you loads. Brother from another mother, Hannah Preston, thank you very, very much. Ed Holmes, Gaz the goalie. So these are going to be some, you're going to find lots of hockey references in here. The donations from the hockey clubs and what have you have been astounding. Ed Holmes, Gaz the goalie, Tim Roberts, honestly, thank you very, very, very much. Mr. Stellini, thank you very much. Dave Stellini. Pat and Claire, again, hockey reference. Guys, honestly, thank you very, very, very much. We're getting nearer and nearer and closer to our target. There's still quite a way to go. I think, to be honest with you, we're only a third of the way through what we were trying to raise. And I suppose at this point, if anybody knows of any organisations and businesses that might want to help top up our fund or see value in what we're trying to do and what we're trying to achieve in terms of me taking Sebastian on this journey of the triathlon, guys, it's a great positive message. If you can, try and spread that word, and let's try and get this these funds higher if we can. My next video, obviously, I'll talk about progress, training, how my fasting's going. I'll take any questions as well in between now and then if you want to ask any questions about fasting. And again, I'll shout out any donators between now and then as well. So genuinely, thank you for all of the support and all the people who are sharing my statuses. It is really hard work. This is not easy what I'm doing. I am struggling, but I am maintaining clarity of mind, and I'm trying to make myself accountable by doing these videos. I'm not doing it just for the hell of it. I'm trying to make sure that you and everybody else who's watching this knows that I'm being accountable for me, for what I'm doing, and I'm taking this very seriously. So again, thank you very, very much for all the support. I really do appreciate it, and my love to everybody, and I hope you all take care, and we'll see you for the next video. Thanks a lot.